come. I'm part of Inclusive Justice, which brings the voice of the faith community to the struggle for inclusion, justice, and equality. And I just want to speak briefly to what I see as part of the seeds that have borne such fruit today. And that is that about 20 or 25 years ago, something happened that was almost unimaginable to the first generation of gay and lesbian activists. And that is, across the country, lesbian and gay people began coming out in their faith communities, claiming their dignity, their desire for love, life companionship, kids, and community. And they became seeds of fire, agents of the transformation of their communities. As their communities came to know the kind of faith it takes to claim one's basic human dignity, one's basic human rights, as a transgender, bisexual, lesbian, or gay person in our society. Now, this spiritual movement was fairly spontaneous, but it transformed one faith community after another. Whereas 20 years ago, the media made it seem more like our major religious traditions mandate exclusion, now we see more and more people of faith saying, no, the heart of our faith is all about inclusion and the respecting of the dignity of every human being. You can no longer make equality a religious versus a non-religious issue. Today marks an important day of celebration. It's a symbol of what our hearts long for, but let us not be lulled into complacency. Let us recognize that the courts and our legislatures almost never lead the way. They only reflect the kind of hard work and witness of individuals who go out and courageously reach out and educate those who are still bound by fear and ignorance. To realize the promise of this day, we need to work together boldly, creatively, courageously, so that one day all our citizens may enjoy the same basic human rights, including the right to marry who you choose, to see that your relationships and your children are respected in terms of having the same legal protections of other couples and families, to see that your human rights aren't neglected because they have not yet become enshrined in our civil rights. We've come this far because of the witness, courage, and dedication of countless individuals and organizations who are willing to recognize that however well we or our families might be doing, there are so many more for whom it isn't yet safe to be out in their schools, their workplaces, their neighborhoods, or their faith communities. Let us today dedicate ourselves to working for the day when all have their place in the sun. For if we are willing, we will overcome. May it be so.